System of a Down. I don't know why I said it like that. System of a Down. 8 million subscribers, billions of views. They are just, what are they? How would you describe System of a Down? Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, and tell me why System of the Down. Why do you think have they gone as big as they have? Well, I've been reviewing some of their songs on this show. Some songs that I'd never listened to in full but knew of or heard snippets of because, you know, everybody and their mama has probably heard it at this point. But I've been on this journey to actually dive into these songs and really analyze the lyrics and understand what's going on. If my makeup's smeared, the last one made me cry. Not a System of a Down song. It was one by Jamie Fine. Jamie Fine, Canadian singer. You need to go check her out, by the way. Anyways, I'm trying to switch gears right now. Talk to me in the comments. We're going to listen to BYOB. That stands for Bring Your Own Beer, right? Is that what this song is about? I don't think I know this one. That's so System of a Down. That part I know. That part I know. This part I know. Wow. I know that. I know the chorus. I had no idea that this is about what it's about. That sounds just like a hype party catchy tune. Oh my gosh. I love this about System of a Down. They have the weirdest, wildest compositions just all over the place with notes and time signatures, and it's so unique. They have a very distinct, unique sound. I think that's one of the reasons they're also so big. It's absolute talent. But that switch is crazy good. Dancing in the desert, blowing up the sunshine. Wow. Kneeling roses disappearing into Moses' dry mouth, breaking into for not stealing our intentions. Anger sitting gripped in oil, crying freedom. And the two of salvation, still you feed us lies from the tablecloth. La 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 la. Everybody's going to that switch. This is crazy. Wow. What is that from? In the desert, blowing up the sunshine. The stacked vocals, octave lower, higher. That is catchy. Everybody's going now harmony. To the party, have a real good time. This song. Dancing in the desert, blowing up the sunshine. Blast off! It's party time! And we don't live in a fascist nation! Blast off! It's party time! And where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? Why don't brothers fight the war? Why do you always send the poor? Why don't brothers fight the war? Why do you always send the poor? 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 Healing roses disappearing into Moses' dry mouth, breaking into for not stealing our intentions. Anger sitting dripped in oil, crying freedom. And the two of salvation, still you feed us lies from the tablecloth. Wow. La, 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 la. Everybody's going to the party. It's almost hypnotic. I hate that they're pulling me in like that. It's the whole point of the song. Dancing in the desert, dude.
Everybody's going to the party, have a real good time.
Wow. Yep.
Dancing in the desert, blowing up the sun. Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? Why don't presidents fight the war? Why do we always send the poor? Why don't presidents fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? 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 They always send the poor. They always send the poor.
Wow. I have never listened to this from start to finish. I've never paid attention to what this is about. And dang shame, because this is good. Okay. I got to slow down. Obviously, this is a total statement piece. Good Lord. A total banger. And the crazy thing is they literally were doing in their music what they're singing about. I was getting so hypnotized and mesmerized by that chorus. It is so freaking catchy. That chord progression, that beat, time signature, it just pulls you in and it just makes you want to jam to it and just bounce to it. And that's exactly the point. We're getting polarized, we're getting hypnotized, we're getting brainwashed. Everyone's staring at the screens of these soldiers and even becoming a soldier with the screen on their head, it seemed, with cartoons and a grocery store aisle, right? Maybe a nod to our consumerism of more to buy, cartoons to watch, a beach, right? That feeling of that's where I want to go. We're fed a lie of peace and sunshine and cool beach. We're fed the lie of buy stuff, stay entertained, work your butt off to be able to lay at the beach on a vacation for a week. Constantly told what to think and feel until that screen gets all jacked up at the end and everybody's jamming out to System of a Down versus getting swayed and rocked to sleep at the party. Barbarism, I can't speak English, by Barbarous with pointed heels. Very amazing alliteration and wordsmithery in this one that is so saturated with amazing. It's not only amazing concepts and ideas and philosophical topics that we could talk about for days. It's painting a picture. The songwriting is so good that it's not just calling out a system. Oh, why do the rich, always do this and that? And oh, the poor. No, it's doing it in such a masterful way that I can imagine this, right? Pointed heels. I'm thinking of a businesswoman who's clickety clacking into a building, seductively, but she's about to destroy everyone with her power, right? The idea of heels is elegance and beauty, but also mysteriousness and also possible danger, because you can hurt someone with the heel, right? It can be either or. Victoria's kneel for brand new spanking deals. Amazing. Is this a conversation about Queen Victoria and different political systems? Is this about Victoria's Secret and this idea of women in their heels looking for new deals? The consumerism we find. Marching forward, hypocritic and hypnotic computers. Okay, we're being relevant as ever. This song is how old? When did System of a Down come out? When did that come out? It came out in 2005, 20 years ago, you guys, 20 years ago. And it's still, sources vary. Either way, either March 28th or 29th. Either way, absolutely stinking relevant 20 years later. We are even more so hypnotized by these hypnotic computers. You depend on your protection, yet you feed us lies from the tablecloth. The duality here of a system telling us, you need our protection, you need us, and they keep us hypnotized. Or us telling the system, you need our protection. If we the people all came together and rallied against the machine, it would be in trouble. It needs our protection. And yet they're feeding us lies from the tablecloth. The high and mighty that ultimately need our protection are feeding us lies from the tablecloth, like a dog that waits for the crumbs. And then the playful la 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 la, right? It was so fitting and so poignant, because as goofy as it is, it was so fitting to the genre, the music that System of a Down brings, the way that it switches, the way that the guitar riff takes off and the drums, the way that they make it a musical journey. It's really not just verse, chorus, even though there's a certain distinct melody in the verse and the chorus, and we keep coming back to the chorus. It's so fun and playful that it feels like just constant change, constant something new. And the la 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 is a funny, catchy thing that'll stick in people's heads years later, as we can see. But it also fits to this playful foolishness of being just totally brainwashed, sheeple, right? Everybody's going to the party, have a real good time. That is a nod to another song from that time period. Which one is that? For some reason, I feel like there's other songs. Maybe that came after that played on that. Kneeling roses disappearing into Moses' dry mouth, breaking into Fort Knox, that military fort, stealing our intentions. And that line, kneeling roses, is such a vivid way of explaining someone's devotion. A rose, a symbol of love and kindness, and a rose that kneels, the gesture of kneeling, a sign of devotion, submission, surrender. In Moses' dry mouth, Moses in the Bible was a leader that was supposed to set his people free. Moses' dry mouth makes me think of an imagery of a leader who, the nod to Moses, maybe a nod to religion and to that longing to be led for someone to set us free. But Moses' dry mouth to me makes me think of someone that has dry mouth that can't possibly give me anything good. If you have a dry mouth, there's no words, no life coming out of it. Not to mention, if you don't have access to water, how are you going to feed me? That's kind of where my mind goes. You're thinking of Moses as a religious leader. We're looking for freedom and liberation, as Moses was supposed to do for his people. But for someone to have a dry mouth, that would make me think, you don't have water. You're not going to get me any either. Or also, there's no life, no words that you can provide. Maybe this idea of people in their blind faith and their good intentions kneeling, bowing to a leader that can't give anything, that will cause destruction. Fort Knox, references like that, the military and war. Hangers sitting dripped in oil, right? Military hangers, Fort Knox, a bunch of military lingo, crying freedom. Handed to obsolescence, still you feed us lies from the tablecloth. And then that poignant statement that says presidents don't go to war, or what did it say? Where the F are you? Why don't presidents fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? And I think that is just the pinnacle of what this song is about, calling out the government, calling out the powerful few that are fighting these wars, but sending the rest of us, sending the poor. 20 years ago, what a powerful statement to call out the system, to call out this hypnotizing and the brainwashing that's happening. And still relevant as ever. I love how unique System of a Down's music genre and abilities are. I love, though, how also profound it is. They're really not just good musicians doing whatever. They bring substance to their songs, and I can so greatly appreciate that. Wild. What are your thoughts on this one? Talk to me in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo.